Good to have him with us here on the Wise Guys. The women's golf team competes in the WCC Championships beginning Thursday in Bremerton, Washington. Our pleasure to welcome head coach Carrie Roberts from, I believe, Riverside Country Club, where the team's getting ready. Coach, you with us? We see her. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, all right. A little windy today for practice. How's it going?
Yeah, it was windy. We went out early and played, and it felt perfect out there.
After last week,
I wish I was out there playing. I'm out in rainy Boston watching the marathon. But hey, I wanted to ask you, after last week's second place finish at the BYU Intercollegiate, how you feeling about the challenges ahead for this week?
Love it. I love the momentum that we have. I mean, our 4 and 5 player just shot 7 under together. That makes a coach very happy. So, yeah, and so Adeline wasn't in our lineup, but if she would have been, I mean, who knows what she would have done. But regardless, they shot 7 under, the team shot 4 under, and that's some really good momentum going into conference.
Is this a winner-take-all format where the winner goes to the NCAA regionals with the league title and everyone else is out, or is there a score that you need to hit?
Well, normally that would be the case, but because the WCC only has 5 teams, there is no automatic qualifier.
Okay.
So we have to beat them and then hope that our ranking is good enough to get into regionals.
What about individual qualifiers for regionals? How does that work?
Ranking. If our team doesn't go, I think Alicia will make it individually. She's pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a great player. I mean, have you seen her finishes? She's only had 2 outside of the top 16.
Right, most of them are in the top 11, right?
I think there's only 3 outside of the top 10 or 4, something like that. What is that? Top 15, top 16, something like. Anyways, it's remarkable, and her record in the conference is even better. I mean, she has a stroke. She has an advantage on everybody except one person in the conference. Isn't that crazy?
And it's not just been that she's shooting lights out here and there. Like, she's been consistently good every single time she goes out, right? And that's important too, right, for your ranking.
Well, absolutely, and that's what, as a player, I got into trouble. I could go low, but I could also go high. She doesn't do that. She just stays steady, and so she's someone that's going to have consistent finish. She's a Tourney fee now, right? Yeah. Just top 10 Tourney. She's top 10 Alicia May. She's Money May.
BYU women's golf coach Carrie Roberts on the Wise Guys as the Cougars prepare for the WCC Championships later this week. So you field a team of 5 with a couple of alternates. Is that gotten harder to do, to decide who the 5 are?
Yeah, it has actually. And what's been really interesting is we've had a unique challenge of not being able to be on grass. We haven't had we had to go to St. George to have a qualifier, which allowed Leela to get into the lineup. She shot under par for 3 rounds in a row, put her in, and she's been making a difference. And we've had to really get creative to figure out who is playing the best right now. And I actually think we have it. I think we have the best 5 that's playing the best right now.
So you mentioned Alicia May, who's been playing extremely well. Adeline Anderson had a great week last week. Like, who are you going to count on this week? Like, who is it? Who are we going to be watching out there?
I honestly, deep down, feel really good. I think we're all going to – I think it's going to be a strong performance. I can't tell you what anybody else is going to do, but I think our team I really think Anika and Alicia are going to be strong. I feel good. I have a good feeling that we are going to give an inspired performance. Whether it's enough, I don't know, but we're going to play well.
It's the last blast in the WCC. How has this conference that's been really good to BYU over the years, competition-wise, how has it prepared you for the Big 12?
Pepperdine kicked our butt for years and years and years. I mean, the first year, I think we took last for a few years, and I was like, holy cow, Pepperdine is good. I got to find a way to beat them, and we did. We won 3 in a row, and we've created a little rivalry with them that's super fun. But they made us get better, right? Like, we saw, okay, that's what that level. Now, the Big 12, we know what it is, and so it's just going to make us better. We have to get better.
So this golf course for this week is up in Bremerton, Washington, right? Tell us a little bit about this course and the challenges that this brings.
Yeah, it's like Sahali. So trees, really, really tall trees, but it's fair. It's wide, thick rough, lots of elevation. One of the most beautiful courses you'll ever play. You guys got to get up to Bremerton and play Gold Mountain. It's a public course. It's the most played course in Washington. And there's some shots where you just have to hit like I was talking to Bruce Brockbank about one of the par threes, and he goes, Carrie, you can't miss it left and you can't miss it right. And we both just started laughing. I mean, we were just rolling because it's just what it is. You got to hit the shot, and so there's a few holes like that where, it's just like, girls, you got to hit the shot. You just got to do it.
The men will be up on that same course, right, in 2 weeks for the WCCs.
Yeah.
I love that because
we'll send them all the stuff.
I love that thought process too, Carrie, because so many of us get up and we're like, okay, if I'm good at this, I'm going to, like, there's always like, where's the place where it's okay to miss?
Yes.
I'm going to favor the left side because if I miss and I miss left, it's not going to be devastating. I can still maybe get up and down for par, or I can do whatever, right? But when there's a hole where it's like, you can't miss. Because there's no place that's okay to miss here. That's a tough hole. Those are the most challenging.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, those are the most challenging. And I'll be, what we have in our little vault is some memories of when we've done that and when we haven't. And so it'll be interesting to see if we can kind of call upon those times when we've done it and just step up and do it. Like I said, I feel good because we know we have to. We have to step up and hit the shot. It's our only chance to beat them. So, and usually when my girls know they have to, they do.
We were on BYU Sports Nation together last week, and we joked that I don't know what the weather's going to be like in Washington up there, but I know it's not going to be like every year in Las Vegas at Lake Las Vegas where it's 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. You can't even play golf in that, but it seemed like every year you and every other team were fighting these crazy winds.
It was insane. 30 and 40. We're adding 3 clubs, 4 clubs. It was insane, the amount of wind. But we hope that the rain follows us up. We've been practicing in 50 and overcast all, right? And so bring the rain, bring the overcast. We're ready.
Would you rather play you personally and your team, would you rather have just a little drizzle or wind? Which is easier to play in?
Drizzle.
So you'd rather because you can kind of keep your grips dry, and you can.
Yeah.
The wind just affects so much in the decision-making process that you'd rather play in a little bit of rain than have to play in the winds, right?
100% any day. Wind is chaos. It's chaotic. You don't know where it's going. You don't know exactly how it's going to react. Give me a little drizzle any day.
You've played golf your whole life. You've played on amazing courses. You've already let us know that this one in Washington's one that we've got to go play before we're done. Yep. Let's start with the top 5 courses you've ever played.
Okay.
And let's start with number 5, and we'll go to number 1.
I want to hear in descending.
Ooh, I can't give you descending, but some of the better ones. Some of Pebble and Cypress Point, you can't get any better than that. I've had 2 amazing rounds at Pebble that have just blown me away. There's just something special and sacred about it. And shame on the people that don't like the layout. Like, how can you complain about Pebble Beach? Cypress Point is on there. Kinloch in New Zealand. It's a Jack Nicklaus course. Blew me away. Yeah.
What was so cool about that one?
I like the layout. The course was super fun. The every hole had a different. It was like had a lot of personality. Plus, you could see the water. That was a good one. And then if I can get sentimental, I'm gonna go. What was a good one? It was Fancourt in South Africa. We played the very last round of our South African international tour was at Fancourt, and that's another one where we stayed on site. And we woke up, we got there in the afternoon. It's one of those afternoons, Utah afternoon that was just like, wow, I'm in heaven.
Yeah.
We would chip and putt, and then we went and played the course that hosted the President's Cup. And Emily Jones, my assistant coach, got a hole in one. Like, it was just magical, the feeling. But honestly, Hobble Creek, and then give me Riverside Country Club, because if you put everything together, the sentimental value, the memories I've made. I was a player here and a coach here. I've been playing Riverside for 25 years, and that view on 17, 18, and 9 never get old. And then number 5, looking out at Timpanogos, Riverside is holy ground to me. Like if I'm not at church, I'm at Riverside.
Hey, Carrie, I love that you put Hobble Creek in there too. Is there a more beautiful place in the fall to play golf than Hobble Creek? And I had a cool experience there that you'll appreciate. So my boys were all with me. So my 3 boys and I took them to Hobble Creek, and it was before Billy Casper had passed. And Billy was a good friend, and I played in some tournaments with Billy, some benefit things. And so he was just sitting in the cafe like he would at Hobble Creek. And I walked by and he said, "Hey, Blaine." I'm like, "Hey, Billy." I said, "Oh my gosh, I want you to meet my boys." And so I took the boys in and introduced them to Billy Casper. And he immediately, as he does, just started asking them all about the stuff that they're doing and all of this.
Wow.
And he just so engaged them. And we went out to the first tee and I said, "Hey boys, is that like the coolest thing ever for you guys to meet Billy Casper?" And they said, "Well, yeah, what did he do? Like,
who's Billy Casper?"
And I was like, "You have got to be kidding me right now." And so then I went through Billy's. I'm like, he's one of the greatest of all time. Like, he's clearly a top 10 player in the history of the game. And I talked to him about his majors and all of this stuff. And, told him a few stories that he had told me when we played golf. And they're like, "Geez, Dad, that would have been really good to know before we before we met him, right? It would have been really cool." And I said, what's really cool is that you met Billy Casper and you really met who he is, because all he did was talk to you guys about you and build you up and compliment you. And that was truly Billy Casper. So really cool memory from Hobble Creek. Played there so many times, but that memory of Billy and who he was really cool.
Well, and one of the most underrated golfers of all time, right? Hands down. Yeah. Well, that's a great story. But that's Hobble Creek. That's like those courses. That's Riverside to me, right? Is everyone knows your name, and and you just have. There's just something special about Hobble Creek and those greens. I mean, woo.
Hey, go
take a freshman up there, and you're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, 2 great courses. And then I was at Pebble Beach. My only complaint about Pebble, Carrie, is
no. There's not going to be any.
It takes too long. 6 hours the last time I played there.
Oh my gosh, I could stay there all day. Drop me off as the sun is just coming over, and then pick me up as it goes down.
Yeah, and then John Gearson took us out to Cypress Point. I played it one time. Oh my goodness, what an experience that was. No, Pebble, I know you just take it all in, but I just thought, I just want to come out here when nobody's out here and just play it in a normal day. Because I never play well there because I feel like I can't get a rhythm because it's taking.
Oh, really? First off, I was first off one time with Alicia May. Alicia May played regionals down there, and it was Mother's Day. I love my children. I love my husband, but that was the best Mother's Day. Oh, but
I need to go with you and be first off. That would make a huge difference.
Come with me, and we'll make it great. Another good course is Torrey Pines because you can see the water.
Yeah.
I really had a good, and if I go with my team, I think it's, or if I go with someone special, that makes it even. Like I played Pebble with Alicia, and it just was special, and I played Torrey with my team, and all of these. That means more to me. I was talking to my dad. Because I gave my dad this. I said, "Dad, would you rather play Augusta National one time or have Sunday tickets for life, Masters tickets?" And he looked and he goes, "I've played so many courses, I'll take the tickets." And I thought that was interesting. You know what I mean? Like a golf course is a golf course, but it's who you play with and those relationships. Golf is about so much more, right? And I thought that was interesting that he would say that, because I thought the same thing. I'm like, it's not the golf course that I enjoy. I do, right? I enjoy being outside and I enjoy the views, and obviously, but it's who you're with and just the spirit of the game. I think that makes that course and that moment special.
Yeah, amen to that. It's the experience and the because the great courses I've played, I can tell you who I played them with and the experience that we had.
The conversation,
that's
how
really
much fun.
What it's about, right? Yeah, that's cool.
How much money you took home?
Exactly.
Or lost.
You gave us some great courses there. I love it.
Hey, go make a memory this week in Washington. We wish you and the team the best of luck.
I would love to.
And we'll see you when you get back. Thanks for hopping on with us.
Yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate it, and hopefully, maybe we'll be celebrating together.
Let's do it. Why not? Right?
We hope so. Best of luck, and I hope.
Thank you, guys.
Long and straight. We'll see you.
Okay, appreciate it. Have
Head coach Carrie Roberts joining us. golf team heads off to the WCC championships in Bremerton, Washington later this week. So they're